Hi, this is Kim Hammer with your devotion taken from the book of Judges, chapter 6, verses 36 through 40. This is the story of Gideon asking God, or testing God, and asking him to wet the fleece. Then the next night, Gideon turned around and said, God, keep the fleece dry, but make the ground wet. The reason that Gideon did this, the answer is given to us in verse 36, is because he wanted to know that the Lord was going to save the nation of Israel. Now, it's important to note that Gideon was not tempting the Lord in doing this, but he was testing the Lord in doing this, and that's a big distinction. God was not afraid to take the test that Gideon was putting God to, because God knew that he was going to pass the test with flying colors, and he was going to score 100% on it. But we need to reverse the role and ask ourselves this question: are we afraid for God to put us to the test? A lot of times we want to test God, but what about if God wants to test us? God was more than capable of delivering on the promise that he had made to save the nation of Israel. That's why he didn't feel threatened. In fact, Gideon says, God, don't get angry with me, but would you do it the other way this time? And God didn't get angry with Gideon. Why? Because God knew that Gideon was searching for God. And Gideon was searching for confirmation that God was going to do what he said he was going to do. That's why God didn't get angry. You go back over to the book of Genesis, chapter 18 and verse 30, Moses also said to God, don't get angry with me. God will never get angry if the reason that we put him to the test is so that we can affirm that God is who he says that he is, and he's going to deliver on his promise. It's kind of like our kids. We don't mind them asking us a question. It's just the tone and the attitude with which they ask us the question. As long as we're putting God to the test to affirm that God is who he says he is, he doesn't mind. But by the same token, don't get mad at God if he puts you to the test, because the question is, will you pass or will you fail?